Why is studying the ancient mythology about the goddess important for contemporary women? Well, mythology is often considered a repository for ancient truths and insights and teachings, especially where it concerns the feminine. A culture is comprised of a set of norms of behaviors, but not all of these norms are necessarily universal truths. And some of these norms are how gender is perceived in a culture. In our Western culture, women are perceived as the nurturers. So women create homes or safe places where they can nurture the young. Women are also the ones who nourish, because we are the ones who can produce milk from our breasts. And these traits, though very important, are more passive in nature. And in our action-oriented, results-focused society, these traits are considered of less value and are often equated with submissiveness. We women, yes, we do hold and contain and nurture and nourish, and this is important and vital for the survival of any culture. However, we as women are so much more. Okay? And reviving the myths and the legends and the herstory of the divine feminine helps us to retrieve this ancient wisdom of the goddess so that we can learn more about it in all its richness and complexity, so that we can use the myths of the goddess as sources of models for us to emulate. So I'm Joy Reichard, and I wrote Celebrate the Divine Feminine, Reclaim Your Power with Ancient Goddess Wisdom, so that women could learn more about the ancient wisdom of the goddess. In my book, I talk about Native American societies. And in Native American societies, mother was important. She was the creatrix. She was the vitalizer of all life. And the role of mother was so important that male adepts studied for years in order to acquire those traits. Mother was considered an honorific title, and male adepts who had achieved this role were often referred to as mother, and it was an honor to call them mother. Demeter, the Greek goddess of the grain, became furious when her daughter was abducted by Hades, the dreaded lord of the underworld. She teaches us that the wrath of the mother, that ferocious, feminine, righteous anger, can be used to produce change. She withheld the gift of grain from all life on earth until life was threatened and the gods were threatened, forcing Zeus to demand that Hades return her daughter. This was the first nonviolent protest. And from Kore Persephone, the abducted daughter, she shows us that descent into the underworld, that descent into our subconscious to confront our vulnerabilities and to face our shadow sides, can be a great source of learning and strength so that we can come back wiser and more mature, rather than running or numbing out with so many of the things that we have available in our society to numb us out, like television or drugs or alcohol. There's so much that we can learn from the ancient wisdom of the goddess. And if you want to learn more about this wisdom, or if you'd like to order my book, you can go to my website at www.celebratedivinefeminine.com. My website is called Celebrate the Divine Feminine, and it's at www.celebratedivinefeminine.com. Thank you for listening. I'm Joy Reichard, and I am a clinical alchemical hypnotherapist, and I'm the creator of In Her Name Circles, in which I teach more about the goddess. Again, you can find out more about my In Her Name Circles at my website, www.celebratedivinefeminine.com.